Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, guys, and welcome to a new episode. Today is another travel day because I am flying back to New York. Trina and Sean watched the documentary the other day about minimalism, and Trina kind of said that, you know what, I think, Pierre, you're a minimalist by definition, like naturally. So guys, we're gonna dive into that subject of minimalism. If you're not into thoughts or discussion, just like skim a bit the episode and I'll see you after. Otherwise, let's dive into the subject with Sean. Sean, how would you define minimalism?
Well, I mean, how the documentary defined minimalism was by looking at everything you own and asking yourself if it adds value to your life. I think that's a very important question because for some people, there may be a lot of things that add value to their life.
Yeah.
And for others, there aren't many. I think for someone like you and me, we really value like experiences and travel.
Yeah.
And because we want to be mobile, we tend to stay in places that are smaller. You know, not a big, 4-story home, but just like a very small place. And also only own very few things, only the things that we absolutely need. For example, like your camera.
I think the preconceived idea is minimalism is like living with nothing. But from what you're saying right now is that it's more living with the bare minimum, like what you read, the essentials, really what you need.
And
for you.
That's different for every person.
It's different for every person, but then what is the limit? Because you could argue that, I've got like 25 cameras, but I said that they're all essential. Is there a limit?
It's not about essential. It's about, does it add value?
Okay.
Because those 24 other cameras, if you're not using them, then you need to answer honestly, is it adding value? There's no way you can use 25 cameras at once. So there's no way all 25 things are adding value to your life. I think that's where, even in the beginning when I was trying to, right after the documentary, this was about a week ago, I was trying to look at different things that I owned. The first thought was that, like, I need this other music instrument. I need this other production equipment. Yeah. But it's like, when was the last time I used it? Right? That's a very different mentality. It's like, you know what, if I don't use it, then it isn't adding value. And that's why it's not about essential or
only adds value to the seller. But I think my philosophy on that is more is leading towards really like, is it adding value? Do I need it? Simply because I think you made a very good point. I want to really be able to move simply, easily, without any hassle and travel. So when I travel right now, I have like just a backpack, and the most important thing and the thing that takes the most place in my backpack is basically my camera gear. Well, obviously because I'm vlogging, because I'm a photographer also, and I have my laptop. And if I had to have only those 3 elements, I'm fine absolutely anywhere in the world. The one thing that I would need is I would just buy clothes wherever I am. I don't think I have other attachments to material things than just those few things.
Yeah.
What about you? How small would be your suitcase?
So I think for me, it's a little tougher, only because I love books. But even then, I think it's.
You can have a Kindle.
Yeah, I'm starting to move all my books to my Kindle. Once in a while, I still like to have a physical book just to be able to give to people, especially like a classic, like Think and Grow Rich.
Problem is that no one takes it traveling. I can't take books when I'm
also
traveling. It's too big.
I think when you move towards minimalism, you're also thinking about sustainability. And when you think about sustainability, a lot of the things that you own aren't, or actually future purchases that you want to make aren't sustainable. Do I really need to buy that many physical books?
Yeah, do I need like 25 pans to cook when I only use 2 mainly?
Exactly. Yeah.
And lots of things. That's why if you're living on a boat and you are watching that, you must be very good at minimalism. But that's why I was also always attracted of living on a boat, because it forces you to like keep the things minimum. So in a way I'm saying that, but guys and Sean, I have also a lot of stuff at my parents in France at their home, because they have a lot of storage space and I have lots of stuff. I could say I could get rid of 95% of the stuff, because it's just small souvenirs or small stuff, but I don't think they add any value. They're just fun to see, or they're just like taking space and you just never want to clean, to be honest. So if I were to move out, I would throw 90%
I think
out.
I would say if you look at it frequently,
Yeah.
like if you look at trophies, like things that you win, like if you look at that stuff frequently and it gives you value, absolutely have it.
Yeah.
You know, if you need a library of books where, because they were saying this in the video, if you need a library of books where, you know, you constantly review those books and again it adds value,
Yeah.
absolutely keep it. It's just
I see.
It's just when you keep stuff that I think the key word is use. If you don't use it, like,
yeah,
or even look at it, like, why do you need to keep it?
So if I were to reduce my stuff, I have my windsurf and my surf in France. I don't use them that much, but they really add value because I take them when I travel. Now, could I cut down on the amount of stuff? Sure. I don't know about you guys, but let us know in the comments how you feel about it. But I think we also keep stuff towards a dream.
Yeah.
You know, like I have my windsurf, I have all my windsurf gear, and I've kept it, I bought it with that idea of going somewhere, living somewhere where I can use it every day. Yeah. It's really that concept of, oh, I have something and it kind of reminds me of that, not dream, but of where I want to be. So
I think there's one thing with minimalism that I think people don't take much pride in these days, or they don't realize, is I know a lot of young people like us who choose to live in very small places, like a studio or a one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
And I think before, maybe 5-10 years ago, we used to feel ashamed, like, oh, someday we will move to a 4-story house, you know, whatever, like a huge home.
I think for the new generation,
we should really take pride in living in a small space. I mean, I live in a studio in downtown Los Angeles,
which is big if you compare to French standards. It's very big.
But even then, I used to be like, man, I really can't wait to move to a bigger house. But then after watching the documentary, I was like, actually, I'm really proud that I live in this little studio because I have everything that I need and nothing more.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, it's forcing me to be minimalistic in a certain way. I mean, I can be more minimal, but it's already forced me to be minimal in a certain way. And that in turn, I think, has a positive impact on sustainability and society. So it's not a bad thing.
No, it's good. I think a lot of people get massive homes just for the status quo.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they don't use it. I mean, how many rooms do you need when you're just two?
Yeah.
You know, like it's great to have friends, but how many times a year do friends come? You could almost pay for their Airbnb apartment, hotel for the price difference between the massive house and the smaller one.
I mean, they did a study on that in the documentary. They were saying that people that own, you know, these massive homes with a living room, a dining room, a family room, like they don't use 75% of their house.
Absolutely.
And so they buy this house where they don't use 75% of the space, well, they still have to fill it with stuff.
Yeah.
They have to put stuff in them.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
So I think the end words on that, I think, are going to be somewhere along the line, cut down. I think it can be a challenge for it. Let's put a challenge, guys, okay? So a challenge for 2017, your role is to cut down on everything that doesn't add value to your life and you don't use. Give it away, sell it, do whatever you want. And I think, it's Gary Vee. At a video not long ago, your goal is to make $21,000 by selling stuff that you have in your house. And over the next 3 months. So you can check out that video. I link it below, guys. Check it out. It can be interesting. He explained how to sell it, but I think those were the thoughts of the day. And let me know if you like that format, that discussion. If you didn't, I just stopped doing that. I think it's long to listen to, and I don't know how long people's attention span is. So just experimenting. Let me know what you think. All right, still on the way to the airport. Should be there soon. As you see, Sean is filming himself drive the whole time and recording the conversation. We'll see how it will look. Actually, I'm gonna link his new channel below in the description and we'll see how that looks. Sean, do you want to pitch your channel?
Absolutely. I mean, my channel is brand new. Usually when things are new, they're pretty exciting, so you know, you want to check it out. I don't actually have a channel name or username, so I don't even know how to promote it. So it'll just be the link below. Pierre's going to share it with you.
What does it talk about, Sean?
I have no idea what it's going to talk about, to be honest.
Great.
I'm just going to document my life.
Oh, great.
And again, this is inspired by Pierre. I'm giving him full credit, okay? I don't want to inspire people. I want to move people. It was great having you guys in LA.
Guys, no offense California, but I just went to check the food court that said food court, and it shows Burger King and a coffee shop. That's all. And I'm pretty sorry, but I don't call that food. So, quick question, what do you guys do? What do you suggest when you're traveling and you want to eat healthy, or you just want to eat something good? What do you do usually? Do you pack your lunch before? Do you buy it outside? Let me know. I'm looking for an easy solution, because traveling with your food is not always easy. Looks like I found something better than Burger King. I was slowly taking my time eating, but I realized that maybe I should go because I'm gonna miss my flight otherwise. Whoops. Welcome back to New York City, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the ride. I'm gonna let you go here for tonight because it's super late, and you know what, it's rainy outside. I would have rather stayed in LA for the weather, but back in New York, new episodes in New York. Remember to leave a thumbs up for the video if you like it, leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and last but not least, make the most of your time on this planet. You never know when it ends. See you guys.